Are you stressed, tired, and overwhelmed by this rat race that we're living in? Hi, I'm Rose, founder of Recipe for Health, helping busy people just like you take control of your health so you can get more out of life. I was diagnosed with chronic fatigue a few years ago, and before that, I was living your typical type A personality kind of life. I was always busy working in my very challenging career that I loved, and I had a very busy schedule. I was exercising 6 days a week, and I was always saying yes to everyone and everything that came my way. I loved achieving, I loved multitasking, and I loved being really busy, like a lot of people out there and potentially you. The problem was when my body started sending me signals that it was out of balance and I wasn't listening. It started with daily migraines. Every day I would have these throbbing headaches, and I didn't stop to consider what was causing them. I might take a Panadol, or I didn't even take a break at all. I just kept going. Then the brain fog. I couldn't think clearly, that awful feeling where you just can't focus and your brain just feels really, really foggy. My energy levels were all over the place, and I started getting virus after virus. It wasn't until I was actually diagnosed with chronic fatigue, and in fact, even a couple of months after that, until finally I decided that I needed to make a change. Even once my doctor diagnosed me with chronic fatigue and suggested I take a break from work, I still went to work. I remember countless days where I would get up out of bed and I would feel so exhausted even just to get dressed. So many times I would have to call my boss and say, sorry, I tried again, but I just can't come in. And it was such an awful feeling because I felt like I was disappointing him and myself. On the days that I was able to make it into the office, I remember going into the bathroom and crying because I was just in so much pain and so exhausted. And it was such a horrible feeling. And I put myself through that because I felt like stopping and taking a break and admitting that I was not well, I felt like I was somehow failing. I felt like I was weak and maybe couldn't hack it. I used to feel, and I know so many people, most people that I speak to, living in this really busy society, feel like taking a break, slowing down when we're unwell, is kind of like saying we can't deal with it, or it's some sign of weakness or failure. And that's a terrible mindset. We need to get out of that mindset. It actually took me getting chronic fatigue and finally realizing how bad I went down that path that I finally decided to make a change. And I don't want you to have to go through anything like that until you finally decide to make a change. For me, I realized that I had to take back control of my health. I took a break from work. I studied nutrition online. I studied yoga and meditation. And I learned some of the most wonderfully profound tools to heal my body. And I'm so grateful now that I have my health back. I have balance back in my body. I have so much energy every day. And I am healed. And that's a fantastic thing. But what's even better is all the amazing tools that I've learned and the experience I've gone through has taught me not just how to maintain balance and be well in my day, it's actually taught me how to then take it to the next level and have so much clarity, so much energy, and actually perform better. That's the most amazing thing about health. And I always say this, don't be healthy for the sake of being healthy. Be healthy so that you can get more out of your day, so that you can get more out of life, so that you have the capacity to think more clearly, make better decisions, and perform better in your job, in your career. So that you have the peace of mind and that calm, balanced state so that you have really healthy relationships and also a healthy relationship with yourself, and you have that confidence and peace of mind. So these were some of the most amazing lessons I learned, because when we live really intense lives, the problem is it shifts our balance. Like everything in the human body, we need to be in balance. We need to be in that state of homeostasis in order to be healthy and function optimally in our brains and in our bodies. When we're too intense and we're in fight or flight all the time, which most of us are when we live such overwhelming lives, it shifts the scales and we end up too out of balance, and that's when disaster strikes. And so your job and the message really here is to listen to your body and to know when you've gone over that line, you've crossed that line, and you need to come back into your center. One of the easiest ways to do that is deep breathing. And that's what I want you to do. Anytime you get a second, a couple of minutes, or even just as soon as you wake up or just before you go to bed, I want you to stop and I want you to take a couple of really deep breaths into your belly. Deep breaths in through the nose, into your belly, and then exhale out through the nose. This type of breathing, diaphragmatically breathing, where we breathe into our belly and shift the diaphragm, this instantly reduces stress. It shifts us out of fight or flight into what we call the parasympathetic nervous system, which is our relaxed state. It's where our brain functions optimally and we can access that executive function part of our brain. And it's where our body functions optimally. Our hormones, our digestion, detoxification, etc. So that's the state we want to be in most of the time. So whenever you feel overwhelmed, just try that deep breathing. So good luck with your journey. I have been on such a tumultuous, really, journey over the last few years, but I've learnt some of the most amazing skills and life lessons. And when I started Recipe for Health, this business, I did that so I can help busy people just like you take control of your health so you can get more out of life. So you can feel fantastic, not just prevent illness, but get more out of your day and achieve the goals you want to achieve. If this has resonated with you and you want to learn more, then check out my website, recipeforhealth.com.au, my online programs which help busy people like you take control of your health in a really convenient way. They're all on my website. And our corporate programs which help workplaces energize, de-stress, and enhance their capacity to learn, grow, and contribute in the workforce and in their personal lives. So good luck with your journey, and I hope to meet you one day, and I hope to help you enhance your health and your life.